Ladies and gents, welcome back. I have an update on the Rolling Thunder Ottawa story. If you're just tuning in and you haven't seen any coverage on this one, I released a video yesterday, but the TLDR, the short and long of it, is that Rolling Thunder is a group of bikers that are going to be rolling into town on the 29th and 30th of April. Their main goal is to roll in, drop a wreath off at the War Memorial, and then leave town, despite what may be talked about in the press on their motives and reasons for doing this. I did a interview, or I just had a conversation with the leader of the group, and that would be Neil from the Hill. I'll leave a link in the description down below. You can watch that video in its entirety. It's about an hour-and-a-half conversation with Neil on the motivations of the group and what it is that they're doing on that day. Now, yesterday, the group released early a presser from the police that they received ahead of time, basically stating that they wouldn't be allowed to have vehicles. Now, the Ottawa Police released afterwards a slightly edited version of that, but the vehicle exclusion zones was the main issue here. So the bikes, we're talking about a lot of bikes, right? So 500 to 1,000, maybe even more bikes rolling into town as a result of the unlawful protests of which, again, they're claiming that other protests were unlawful, which again were deemed lawful. So this is fake news from the cops, I guess. Alleged. The Ottawa's position that motor vehicle protests, rallies, or events will be allowed in the designated that no motor vehicle protests will be allowed in the designated downtown core areas. Now, the update for today is that negotiations are being made and a route is, in fact, being negotiated. I don't have the route just yet, but I'm getting breaking news that the route is being negotiated, and this is a go. We had this coming from Neil himself, broadcast on the Live from the Shed YouTube channel yesterday, and this is him in his own words talking about it.
Rolling Thunder Ottawa is still a go. More information will be coming out tomorrow, but we have been working with the city, and Rolling Thunder Ottawa is still a go. All right? So remember, when you're coming in, peace, love, respect, follow the rules of the traffic, you know, all the highway codes, be nice people, be the people you are. But anyway, we will have more information coming out tomorrow, but I know there's a lot of people out there going, are we, aren't we, is it, isn't it? But anyways, this is to calm your fears. Rolling Thunder Ottawa is still a go. Okay?
So there you have it there. Rolling Thunder Ottawa is still a go. We this morning got a statement, and this was posted on the Live from the Shed Twitter page. Official statement from Rolling Thunder Ottawa. The bikers are coming. We have here a statement from Rolling Thunder Ottawa, April 25th, 2022. In our continued discussion with the Ottawa Police Services, we are cautiously optimistic that the police will work to ensure a safe flow of traffic between the bikers and fellow Canadian citizens who call Ottawa their home. We do not support blockades, obstructions of police performing their duties, damage to property, or hate and vitriol directed at the residents of Ottawa. We also encourage all participants of Rolling Thunder Ottawa to follow all legislation, including the Highway Traffic Act and the Criminal Code of Canada. Lastly, as seen during the lawful protest in Ottawa, spread as much peace, love, and patriotism to your fellow Canadians as possible. RCMP and OPP, so that's, for those who don't know these acronyms, this is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Ontario Provincial Police. And municipal police services will be held accountable in the court of law for their actions before, during, and after events. During the lawful trucker convoy protest, there were clear attempts by provocateurs, saboteurs, and embellishers, referenced below, to tarnish the peaceful and loving movement. All attendees and participants should be cognizant of this, and you witness any unlawful, and if you witness any unlawful action, report it to the nearest police officer. And there's a link here to a video here of somebody trying to stage an event. And this was during the protest in Ottawa in February, where somebody was pretending to be hit by a truck. And I mean, it's just absurd things that people do to drum up whatever controversies, right? So this is clearly, oh goodness, you hit me with your truck, right? It's absurd. So that was the link that was given in the presser for, you know, people just trying to incite issues. Lastly, I would like to especially thank Sergeant Fong Lee, the Ottawa Police Services liaison officer, who is in a tough position, and I believe he is doing the best he can. He has made a concerted effort to ensure communications remain between the authorities and I in order to plan a safe event for everyone. Respectfully, Neil from the Hill. So that is the presser that was released this morning. But we also have all kinds of things in the news media, and this is why it's best to hear it right straight from the person who's involved in this. So straight from the organization and straight from the police services. Obviously, the police services, you know, having their own bias, as well, as we saw in their presser, calling the convoy an illegal protest when it was clearly judged by a Canadian judge to be a legal protest. But we have here more from CBC News, live from the shed, showing the investigative reporters at CBC and CBC Ottawa are so good that they busted us. Don't know how they ever figured out how and when we were trying so hard to hide. And in this article, they have here, I mean, more just slanderous stuff, right? Unlike the Freedom Convoy in January and February, Rolling Thunder Ottawa isn't promoting a petition for changing COVID-19 rules, but rather aligning itself with other groups that have very varied motives. So not talking about what they actually have to say that they're doing, but trying to dig into other motives through other means, right? So the event's website lists 3 partners: a veteran group wanting to restore and protect fundamental rights. Is that a problem that you want to? I'm not sure how that's a problem. A group that says it wants to end tyrannical laws. I think that's a noble cause as well. A pro-convoy streamer whose videos go back to the last days of the Ottawa occupation and who has since frequented the Freedom Rally circuit. So, an amateur journalist. And I mean, I wouldn't even say he's amateur anymore. I mean, he's being supported by the people that view his channel. And of course, they're referring, without naming him, they're referring to Dave from Live from the Shed. So, if somebody wants to take up the profession of journalism, the ones that are sponsored by the Canadian government have an issue with that. And, with just because of what I do here, I have an issue with what it is that they're saying as well, because I'm an amateur journalist that does this part-time in my garage at home. But I digress on that one. So moving forward, here's what we have. We have Rolling Thunder is going to be rolling into Ottawa as planned. The route may change. We'll find out about that soon enough. But I'll do my best to share any pressers and things about information on where that route is going to be. I'll also be covering other people who are on the ground and showing what's going to be happening, especially on that weekend. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure everything will kick off just fine. I'm sure there'll be lots of people on social media complaining about it, but 'tis the nature of the capital of a country, especially in interesting times like we have now. So I'll leave that one with you guys. If you have any comments on what's going on, leave them, as always, in the comment section down below. I'll leave any relevant links in the description. And as always, keep on trucking.